Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. It's me, Sean Patrick here in my yard. Oh, I do like the fresh scents out here. So, first, some disclaimers. I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes right now, so my lungs are in the process of expelling all that garbage I stupidly put in there in the first place. So if I start hacking, it's likely that, not the icky. Secondly, I came up with a couple of topics which require far more research and will also have to be multiple episodes or specials or something like that. I'll leave it to my producer. So I decided to talk about shark fishing, but I don't know the first thing about it. Then I found a video that I thought I should address that has to do with genders. So before we get into that, I need to say something else. Your thing is your thing, and mine is mine. The only time that what you happen to have in your pants or how you choose to use it is relevant is when someone's trying to get into them. We are all equal as humans, and that is my firm belief, which I hope I've gotten across through my posts. But not everyone believes that way, which is why I felt the need to say that and what I'm going to say. Now, before we get to that, my virtual hugs and kisses go to the people of Lebanon, and Beirut specifically. The level of daily bullshit y'all go through is more than enough. Add the icky, and now this massive explosion, essentially a terrorist plot accomplished through government inaction, is just imaginable. I hope you get a government that is less dangerously inactive like ours. And this is the last bottle of this I'll be having. Now, while trying to come up with new ways to legally expose myself, I found a video from NBC News called Masks and the Modern Man. Liz Plank on what COVID-19 can teach us about manhood. It's here on YouTube and only a little over 8 minutes, so I suggest you watch it and then come back here. I'll pause for you to do that. Hmm? Oh, yeah. Cheers. Right. Okay. So I'm sure you've checked that out now. So, being that the mask thing is a big deal to both my wife and I, and the fact that we've both noticed this trend, her from dealing with present day life in TO, and I from being obsessed with news, this struck a chord. Because what I'm doing is particularly antagonistic. I wanted to see how they were trying to get through to the assholes that don't wear masks. And even though I consider myself a guy, not a man, people don't know that to look at me. So I wanted to know how dicks are making people with dicks look bad. It starts out innocuously enough with a cute lady making some silly cowboy references, and that makes sense. The average hetero male needs to be told stuff by someone female and cute, or someone else he can't personally identify with but must pretend he does, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Brad Pitt. Good call. The research in this is reasonably well done. They led me to Global Health 50/50, which has a study showing the differences between contraction and death rates of COVID-19 in men and women. It's quite eye-opening. In almost every country reporting these statistics, even in those where women have contracted the icky more, men still die more. In one case, 4 times as many men die. But they also cite an online survey of 2,459 Americans as to whether or not they'd wear a mask. That's not even 1% of the population, so, as with most polls, I don't feel it is in any way accurate or citable. They also cite a lot of media from the 1918 flu pandemic, in which it does seem, and I certainly don't dispute, that men weren't wearing masks or taking care of things as much as women and had poorer personal hygiene. Wearing a mask was viewed as showing weakness and thus feminine. Stupid motherfuckers. Already by this point, I think they had pretty much taken an antagonistic view against the average anti masking man, which is not likely to get your message through. No, trust me, it doesn't work. I only have 19 subscribers. So they interviewed two men on the topic, and this is where things get tricky. Now, I'm full on mask. Even when my area hit stage 3 of relaxing the regulations, I still have to say often that I'm not ready to leave stage 2 yet. I've seen people acting as if stage 3 meant we were back to the good old days, and how patios for restaurants and bars have been set up is far from adequate. This attempt to restart the economy is going to bite us in the ass. Oh, right, in the head and ass. But as they say with this piece, it's about messaging and getting through to men who aren't wearing masks. So to do this, they interviewed two gay men. Since there's no actual reliable source to find what the gay population of anywhere is, everything I found says that gay populations are under 5%. Not saying that's true or fact or anything like that. We just need kind of a premise here. Mix that with my personal experiences with other genders, which tend to take health far more seriously than heteros do. Who are they trying to talk to? If you're actually trying to get through to the idiots who think they're invincible or self identify as manly, they just blew it. While these men are intelligent, articulate, and correct in what they're saying, the men we need to listen to this not only can't identify with these people, they largely refuse to accept these men as such, or, very sadly, even in a lot of cases, as humans. The men out there that won't wear a mask because they think it's emasculating or feminine are certainly not going to after seeing this. Once again, someone is telling the man what he's supposed to be doing, and that never works. Then they suggest a hack for this is to just make it a choice and ask the right questions to lead them to the right decision. Well, not only is that almost always the best way to achieve understanding and get your desired results, it's not a hack. It's called problem solving. A hack is either someone who is very bad at the feat they're trying to perform, or finding a way to make something perform a function other than or contrary to what it was designed for, and to exploit it. So, how do either of those definitions fit this, or the myriad other ways the term is misused these days? Is problem solving not cool enough for anymore? Do we have to pretend we're doing something we're not? All in all, to me, this video is merely more fodder for the brainless anti-maskers to cite and scream about. Just like Netflix using Bill Gates in their series Coronavirus Explained. Unfortunately, it's not helping anybody. If they can't look at the person next to them, see that they're wearing a Flat Earth Matters t-shirt, and rethink what they're doing, no amount of awesome gay men are going to. But if you really need to swing something about the place and not wear a mask because you don't care about anyone else, at least stay the fuck away from each other and wash everything. A lot.